here's a question for you. Is marriage overrated?
Why aren't people getting married anymore?
A new Pew Research poll found that 2 in 5 young adults think marriage is an outdated tradition.
Marriage rates are at their lowest right now.
Is marriage really even worth it?
More than half of marriages end in divorce.
If you get married, you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life, right? That's why you get married. So that's why it's declining. Why would you get married if you want to have just one partner when you can have multiple?
Marriage is stupid.
Welcome to the Married AF podcast, the self-proclaimed greatest marriage and relationship podcast in the world. We are your hosts, Matthew and Monica Powers. Baby, how you doing? I love that little head whip. It's like, whoom, wham, as I hit my nose on the microphone. I'm sure that sounded really good. Nice thud for everyone to hear. Now that we don't wear headphones, no one will ever know.
I don't hear it.
So I can thump this thing. We can eat. You know, we got some pizza on the counter.
No.
Listen, some people love that type of stuff.
I know. If they want to hear us chew, they're going to have to pay us for it.
That could be extra stuff.
You ain't got cute feet. So you think you have the best
I have great man feet. And what are you talking about?
Feet, like, are people obsessed with man feet? Because I'd sell your feet.
I'm
pictures.
Not selling pictures of my feet to anybody. I cannot be bought. I do not have a number for that. I'm sorry. I know everyone's got a certain number.
Wait till you're asleep. I'm going to take pictures of your feet.
No, you won't.
Because sometimes you kick your feet out.
Well, it gets hot sometimes.
And it's just like your foot's there.
It is.
Flash.
Are you going to get one of my...
Now I'm hitting the thing.
See, look at you. You're going to get one of my jacked up toe where I always kick something?
Maybe it's not the jacked up toe. It's the jacked up toenail.
Oh, man. The only people remaining are feet people.
No one's listening now.
No, and they're like, what is wrong with these people? They've gone off the rails.
Because my head turn was like, oh, I just saw statistics for last week's downloads.
I looked at it this morning, and it's pretty incredible. So... Thank you, and thank you.
My mind is blown.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for listening. For everyone who is listening on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, whichever ones that it may be. Thank you guys for listening. It's unbelievable and humbling every time we look at it. So please continue to do so. If we didn't just turn you all off with a man foot talk. But please keep listening. Hopefully you find some value here. Maybe you can laugh with us every now and again. Get away from the daily grind that you always go through. But thanks everyone who continues to listen. Listen, like it, subscribe to it, leave us reviews, share it with a friend, share it with your spouse. If they don't listen, then listen, they don't know what's going on.
What I think is cool, the last 5 episodes, thank you, Africa.
Watch out, Africa.
Thank you, South America. Europe?
We're worldwide.
Wow.
So thank you everyone who's listening. It's awesome. Crazy. You know, find us. So we'd love to talk to you. If you have ideas, you want to hear something that we need to talk about, let us know what that looks like. Also, thank you to everyone who watches on YouTube, and everyone who's subscribing there. It's a humbling, amazing experience. So thank you. No more man foot talk for the rest of the day. So, we're going to talk...
We have a new top 5.
Oh, who's the new top 5?
Our hometown...
A-Town?
...is out.
Alabaster, come on. Come on, A-Town.
All right. Los Angeles.
Still
Thank
number 1.
You. San Jose, holding strong at number 2. New York is still number 3. Miami, holding at 4. Phoenix, Arizona. What?
Listen,
that's so cool.
That's pretty cool. I'd love to come out to Phoenix and play some golf. Winter golf in Phoenix would be perfect.
Like people talk about the heat in Arizona and New Mexico. Been to both. It's a different heat than here in Alabama.
Our heat sucks. I guess that's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's a different hot for us.
It is a different hot for us because we've been in Vegas when it was 110. It's like, yeah, it's kind of hot, but it's not that bad.
Listen, we were on the 25th floor of whatever hotel at the pool for long time. Mm-hmm. We became red lobsters.
Yeah, you sunburn easily, but here in the South, you walk outside.
Sweat enough to know, hey, I'm stupid hot. I need to go inside.
Yeah.
Here I walk to the mailbox. My hair is all frizzed up. pouring sweat everywhere. Didn't even know you had sweat glands in some places that you sweat.
It's pretty awful. So yeah, thank you, Phoenix. Thank you for everyone. Again, we cannot say thank you enough, and it's not about us. Then Lord's doing stuff, and
Bangladesh.
as long as he wants to continue to do that, we will continue to do this.
Yeah.
Whenever he says, "Nope, y'all are done," then we will be done, and we'll listen to that. So, we're going to talk about something today that about 50% of all people, when they get married, are like, yeah, that's fine with me. I'm going to start with this one little quote for someone. And
Wait. What do you mean?
Just listen and you'll understand.
Okay.
It's a wedding day. Your wedding day. It's a beautiful, perfect wedding day. Everyone is about the wedding. They've forgotten the marriage, but let's worry about the wedding day.
Sure.
My dad said to me before he walked me down the aisle, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Not a great way to start. When Dad's saying, you want to marry this bozo up here? You sure you want to do this? But her thought, when I started to walk down the aisle, I thought, I can always get a divorce. It's pretty bad when you think of a divorce before you say, I do. And the reality is, people have that thought now. Oh, it's just a divorce. They're like Ross from Friends. Even though he didn't necessarily want to get a divorce, the band loved divorce.
All three of his. He did not want to get.
Did not want to get it.
I don't know. The second one was his fault.
He said the wrong name. Third one was his fault too. But still, when you think as you're walking down the aisle, I'll just get a divorce. Not a big deal.
Well, that makes me think. Okay, so we just came back from Orlando.
Right.
On vacation. I even took a picture of signs that were stuck in the ground around every
$99 divorce.
It was like every intersection where there were red lights. Like you could stop, you're at the red light and look out the window.
And it's like
$99 is all it cost me to get rid of her?
It's like
all right.
Open house signs. They're
You're
just
struggling with all kinds of financial issues, but I got $99.
Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and end this sucker right now if I can.
She wouldn't spend any more of my money. Yeah, I'll do it.
So people have this mindset from the beginning, and it's this young gal is probably not the only one who has had that thought, but it's a terrible thought to have.
But I'm also thinking, okay, Dad, you paid for this wedding. You obviously knew he was not the guy for her. But you're still going to let her go through with it.
Listen, he was letting her make the choice.
Communication
is number one. So
I'm sorry, but my son or daughter brings somebody home that I am, nope. You don't think I'm going to let them just not hear what I have to say about the person?
Well, I
might tell the person while they're here.
I think we've done a pretty good job of showing them what a marriage should look like and what they should look at.
That's not
somebody.
what I'm saying.
I know, but what
if
they should
I think this
look
person's
for
an
in
idiot,
someone.
I'm going to go cash. Are you freaking kidding me? Did you not look up? She's got eyes, That's the kind of thing I'm going to say to my son. Where are you looking at, bro?
Where are your eyes going?
Why are they just there? Because you can't see the ignorance that's coming out of her mouth. That kind of thing I will say to my son.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have that problem, though. I think he knows exactly what he should be looking for. So I think that if we've done anything for our kids,
maybe.
I think hopefully we've done that at the very least.
We're still far away from that.
Yeah, oh yeah, very long time. Long time.
At least that's what my brain tells me.
I'm going to do my best to tell me that at the very least. So,
but Elkie has a new boyfriend every year.
Yeah. No,
every school year.
It's not real
So we
either.
should start homeschooling.
Yeah, no. It's not real. So people just get divorced willy-nilly, and they're just
obviously this marriage isn't real. It's only going to be $99 to divorce. So
they just think, I'll get a divorce, no big deal. So let me paint you a picture real quick, because a lot of people are probably thinking, no, that'll never be me. I'm not going to be another statistic. But I'm going to paint a picture that could show you, you may be headed down this direction and not even know it.
Oh, paint it.
You come home from work, you and your spouse, you both work, maybe you don't work. What?
All I'm thinking of is old school right now. He came home early and got his wife.
Oh, man. Listen.
You set it up just the same way the movie goes.
Oh, Mitch comes home early.
And the wedding toast.
Two people pop out of the closet like a circus.
Sorry. Paint the picture again.
It's not that. Not two naked people in the closet coming out. No,
With blindfolded.
Not happening. But you come home from work. You have dinner as a family. You hang out with your kids for a little bit. Your kids go to bed, and it's just you and your spouse. And if you find your routine being one's on one side of the couch, one's on another side of the couch, something's on TV that neither of you are watching, you have no idea what's going on, and you're just down scrolling. You just got your phone, and it's just this. And that's all that's happening. You two are just scrolling on your phones, opposite ends of the couch. It's 9:30 at night, and that goes on till 11, midnight. You're not sitting close to each other. You're not talking to each other. You're not cuddling with each other. You're not watching the same thing on TV. You're not doing anything with each other.
You're definitely not paying it to whatever's on TV if you're on your
No, not at all.
thing.
But if that's a common habit in your house, you're headed towards this.
Now, for us, that's like a never situation. The only time that we don't sit on the same couch is when the kids are completely stretched out on the couch.
Well, because our kids have gotten too big for all of us to be on the couch.
True.
They're getting too old. They like to lay down. It just doesn't work anymore.
Or maybe we just need bigger furniture.
Maybe.
But the kids sleep on the couch and they're stretched out. You can't sit with them anymore because they're so long.
Yeah.
They, for some reason, think that it's okay if mommy sits on the couch with them because I'll just rub them to sleep or whatever.
Exactly.
And you will be on the chair. So we have a couch, and a chair. You will sit on the chair. The moment you're like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. I probably still have a little bit left to maybe play with their hair or rub their faces until they're completely asleep. And I will stay there until that happens. It might be 30 minutes or less. But the moment it's done, I'm like, I wonder if he's still awake.
And that's how it should be. You should want to spend time with your spouse.
It's time spent, yeah.
Exactly. But you should
Not what I was thinking, but
you should want to spend time with your spouse. But I think there's so many people who are stuck in that rut where you're just sitting on opposite sides of the couch. You're not paying any attention to each other. No one's focused on each other, and that's it.
Most people, unlike us, the man has his chair.
Yes, we don't have that. We don't have that. You said that
was
from the
a
get-go.
number one thing that said you will not have.
You will not have your chair, because if you have your chair, you're never going to sit with me.
And one of your love languages is physical touch.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting in the chair all by yourself and there's not room for two, how am I supposed to fulfill that?
You can't.
Exactly. We will never have a chair that's just a lazy recliner for you just to, oh, I got to put my feet up. I'm so tired.
And realistically,
that kind of thing.
I'm so thankful for that.
Because you just get to sit by me all the time.
Exactly. Which you should want to sit with your spouse and spend time with your spouse. But if that's a common thing that's happening, you may be headed down this path towards divorce, where you resent each other, you don't like each other, you don't have any clue what's going on in each other's lives, because you're sitting there and you're far more concerned with what's happening with the people on the internet than your own spouse. You're way more interested in watching out what's happening with, that mom on the baseball team and her Instagram account than what's actually going on with your spouse sitting right next to you. You're way more interested in looking at those bikini pictures than you are your actual spouse.
You know what that means? You're in love with your phone.
Yes.
Your phone is now number one in your life.
And that's happened for a lot of people. Most people touch this thing more than they touch their spouse. And if that's you, that's a problem.
It is a problem.
That is a problem. Put the phone down.
And don't make work an excuse.
No.
Because when you walk in your house, you are no longer on the clock. I understand if you own your own business, but you have to separate business from pleasure. And when you walk in your door from work, that should be pleasure.
It should be. And I totally understand the difficulty in separating work.
It took you a minute to figure it out.
It's hard to do. But one of the best things that I was told were today's problems will still be there tomorrow. So you don't have to conquer them right now. And everyone else's emergency is not your emergency. So if that's you, when you walk in the door, put the phone away. Work is over. And I get it. Sometimes there may be something that you have to get done. You need to come home. You need to work for an extra hour for whatever reason. That's okay every now and again. But when it's an everyday thing,
and get rid of work. Like, okay, I've gotten rid of work, and then think you need to do work around the house. That was something else I had to think. You have to be doing something for somebody somehow.
Right.
That's just who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. But how many times have I told you, who cares if the clothes are folded and put away?
You've told me that more than once.
This week.
True.
Granted, we were on vacation for half of it.
True.
But you put up our clothes like you on vacation. Most people live out of their suitcases.
I just can't do it.
We were there 30 minutes and everything is out of the suitcase, in drawers, on a hanger.
Just makes me feel better.
It's an Airbnb. It's not our house.
Just makes me feel better.
But I love the way you pack coming home, though.
I just shove everything in there.
Nothing matters.
So we got to be out of here in 40 minutes. Just shove it all in the bags. Let's go.
And that's probably causing some divorce somewhere somehow.
Probably so. But you know,
what else are people saying?
You let me have that, and I'm appreciative. I'm very, very appreciative for that.
But I get the packing on the way there, which is
that's your thing. You love that so much, and I don't.
Have to be prepared.
Because as much as I am, I want to put all the stuff away and have it organized when we get there. Listen, I would pack to go there the same way we pack to go home.
I know.
Let's just throw stuff in bags and let's get out of here.
Our children would do the same thing.
Oh, they totally would.
But now they know that I'm going to do that, so they get their outfits and come just put them on the bed. Mom, will this work?
Yeah. And it's like, all right, you're 80% done. You need to go swap these out. It's just a process. It's a process. Another one who realized that their marriage was over pretty quickly. His mom told me, "Thank you for marrying my son. You can do better, but he can't." His mom tells the bride, "Thanks for marrying my son, but you can do better, but he certainly can't."
So that would be like me telling that to our son's bride.
Yes.
I want to punch her in the face.
That's a rough one right there. But she says she was definitely right. That it was she could have done better. She could have done better.
But if no one had ever told her that,
Sure. You don't know what kind of little plants that may have put in her brain, what seeds.
or the mother just said that to set her up because she knew that she didn't like her anyways. Watch this. I'm going to get rid of her.
Yep.
That would totally be a me move.
Here's a funny one that God was trying to tell her she didn't need to get married.
Oh.
My mother and I got food poisoning the day before the wedding.
Oh, no.
My matron of honor was covered in chickenpox scabs, and it rained. God was clearly trying to tell me don't go through this with this, but did I listen? Of course not. Like, everything is going wrong. What could possibly go wrong? And then, these people are all recognizing it from the beginning, and if you recognize this at the beginning, don't get married.
How do you expect this to turn out?
Just don't get married, because what's going to happen is you do get into that marriage and you begin to become roommates. You become to hate each other. You don't want to be around each other. You resent each other, and it makes for just a long, drawn out, just kind of waste.
Here's a thought. Most people that become roommates are because they have kids. They put their kids first in front of their spouse. What happens to the people who do not have children? Whether they didn't want them or they couldn't have them. How long does it take for them to become roommates? Or is that the way to go? I'd like the statistic on that. Do more people get divorced because of children? Oh, you're looking it up.
No, I've got. There's got to be some sort of stats out there.
In your eyes, because I know you're a stats guy.
I'm a big stats guy.
But I mean, I'm sure that there are more couples with children than without. Maybe.
I'm gonna say more have children than don't, right?
Well, I don't know.
Probably not anymore.
Because your dad's one of 9.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 siblings had kids.
All right. Well, here's your stat. Believe it or not, the divorce rate for couples with children is 40% lower than those without children. So people are getting divorced more who don't have kids. And here's why I think that.
They already roommates.
Well,
they don't have any distractions.
There's part of that, but I think the overall part is that people are selfish. Like, we don't have kids. Who cares? Let's just go. And I think that's the mindset as well. We just have our stuff. We don't have kids. I want to go sleep with this person, or I want this, or I got this girl at work, and it's just like, we're just going to divorce and move on, and we don't have anything. So I think that's probably why that's the case.
What's the leading cause of divorce for those people? Because it makes me think if it's, oh, well, it's just the two of us, $99, I'm through with her, But did one of them lie to each other? Saying, oh, yeah, I don't want kids. And it turns out they do because, well, I'm married now. You got to do what I want you to do. Because I know with people with kids, it's a major financial burden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It definitely
They probably stayed together because of financial problems because they can't afford to stay together and they can't afford to leave each other.
Right here, as I was searching that, biggest factors of getting married, number one reason people are getting married, financial security.
Period. Not just people with kids or without kids.
Number one reason people are getting married is for financial security. Second comes companionship. Third, love. Fourth, formal act of making a commitment. Fifth, to start a family. Sixth, convenience, medical insurance, legal reasons, societal and family pressures. Number one, though, for financial security. I'm going to marry someone
that's rich?
Apparently so. Apparently so. It's wild to think about.
So people are marrying to have a sugar daddy?
Perhaps.
I didn't think you were supposed to be married to a sugar
Number
daddy.
one reason for a divorce with people without children, infidelity, extramarital affairs.
So they stop having sex with each other and just have sex with other people.
That's the mindset.
That's stupid.
Well, that is stupid. It's not the way it was designed. That's not how it was set up. So
that's why the people are getting divorced, Matthew Powers.
I've said it a million times. If we would have just done things the way God designed them from the get-go, we'd have so fewer problems than we have in the world.
Well,
but because we all thought we're all so smart and we're all, know better, and we're going to do it our own way, look at where it has gotten us.
I still blame Adam and Eve.
At the end of the day, Eve took the apple.
Listen,
and
Adam stood right beside her and he didn't stop or slap it out of his hand. She's supposed to submit to him, right? Well,
he did not let that happen. And
this is why I will always and forever.
And it was
girls are the devil.
It was so funny to me.
Boys are stupid.
That when God shows back up and they're hiding in shame and they're hiding, immediately.
Why are you hiding?
Well, immediately Adam just throws Eve under the bus. He's like, she did it. She took the apple. She took the fruit. She made me take a bite. It's all her fault.
She made me take a bite. She held a gun to my head and made me take a bite. Wrong.
It reminds me.
She took the bite first and said, "Oh, I'm so much smarter than him. If he didn't bite this, he ain't getting this anymore.
It
and he was like, okay, I'll take a bite.
It reminds me in Dumb and Dumber when they're at the little cafe and Seabass comes up to Harry and Lloyd is just like pointing. That's what Adam did to Eve. He just threw her under the bus right there. Can you imagine those conversations later? The blame. He was like, Adam, how in the world? Why would you do this to me? So he threw her under the bus.
Who told you were naked?
Exactly. It's all Eve's fault. She's the one who took the apple. She's the one who took it. You told her not to. I tried to tell her, but she wouldn't listen to me. She thinks she can make her own decisions. So we wonder they didn't get a divorce right then and there, right?
I wonder what divorce cost back in those days.
Listen, I don't think the internet can tell me that one. I could try to search long and hard, and it's just not going to happen.
That's great.
So, people get divorced way too easily now. It's you got to fight for your marriage. You got to fight for your spouse and not with your spouse, but for your spouse.
The number one reason people are getting married is financial
security.
The number one reason for divorce, infidelity. What's the number two? Did it say?
It is lack of compatibility. Whatever that means. That's
Let me tell you why. Because number 3 on the list of reasons to get married is for love.
Financial stress.
I'm gonna get a man with some money first. Let me make sure he's got thick pockets.
Money's number one.
And I mean, I can fall in love with his money.
Well, and there's that thought, there's that mentality. I mean, there's a group of young women out there who are like, I will not even give a guy a shot who doesn't make more than $100,000 a year. Mm-hmm. I will not give a guy a shot who doesn't have this, and it's all material stuff. Nothing about their character or who they are or what their beliefs are. It's all about the material things of what can they give me, and that's all they're looking for.
The movie we watched, I want to say it was called Dog.
Yes.
Cash loved it.
With Channing Tatum?
That's it.
Yeah.
Cash loved it because it had a dog in it. He's obsessed with dogs. So, do you remember the scene where he goes, I think he's in a bar, and he's trying to pick up women, and every woman, he has a different job. He's trying to figure out what he needs job-wise, what he needs to do financially for a woman to sleep with him.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine. I feel like that's something that you only see on reality TV. Like the basketball wives, the football wives, the housewives of whatever thing.
Right.
That's the kind of person I see only marrying somebody for money. Because if he ain't got money, he can't support me and my 12 kids. And
I think it's even more of if he doesn't have money, he can't buy me the things that I think that I deserve. When the truth is, we don't deserve anything.
I mean, there's literally a song called Can't Buy Me Love.
I mean, we don't deserve any of the things. You and I, we don't deserve any of the things that we have.
Not at all.
But there's that mentality.
I couldn't imagine. Have I ever been that way? Maybe I need to roll through my Rolodex.
Do we have enough time for that?
I don't know. I'm just in my 30s.
I can see it. The wheels flying through your head right now.
It's going to take me a while to get back to my college days. So
oh boy.
Let's not even think about it.
I say we don't want to get down that road. We don't want to do that at all. But it all boils down to, people who are regretting marriage, people who are getting divorced. It's all selfish behavior. It's all about me. That painted picture of you sitting on the opposite side of your couch, watching your phone with the TV on, not paying any attention to your spouse. It's selfish. You're feeding that dopamine hit. Like the drip, it's not dripping.
Take a run.
The freaking floodgates are wide open of all this stuff. I'm just scroll instead of just taking time, being intentional with your spouse.
I really think carpal tunnel is going to be on the rise in the next 5 years. Because people won't stay off of it.
Well, I think people are going to have like neck and back problems.
Oh, no, that's already, the neck thing's already a thing.
This is all it is.
The neck thing is already a thing.
Because we're constantly looking down.
I've talked to Dr. Stubbs about this, our chiropractor. I was like, I don't have that funky thing on my neck, do you? I've seen these things lately on commercials where they're kind of shrugged down like this. He goes, stop. You do not have that. I was like, okay. I mean, I know I'm not on my phone enough to do it. He goes, no, it is blatantly obvious. He goes, shoulders are curled in like this, and the head is forward. I said, what does that mean? He goes, think about it. Get your phone, sit down, sit in a chair. Because when you do scroll.
Uh-huh.
I said, I won't be scrolling much ever again.
That's the exact posture.
What?
That is the scrolling position.
So when you see someone that doesn't have like premier posture, which is rare. I mean, I don't have the best posture, but
no,
I'm here.
No, neither do
but
I.
I don't have shoulders rolled forward and look like a chicken.
I don't even know if I can make I don't think I can make my body do that.
I'm trying.
Doing the best you can, but it's not working.
I was like, oh, thank God. I'm just jacked up in the funky neck. It's crooked or something.
But it's a real thing. Hence the reason divorce is still around 50%. And I'd be willing to bet as more studies come out, these things are going to be one of the biggest causes for it.
Is that even like on the thing that you're looking?
No, it was not.
Did you look to see if that was
I
one?
did not, but I did not see any of them.
It's worth a look. But
do phones cause divorce? Absolutely, they do.
Of course that's not going to be somebody's search because nobody will admit.
I don't know. They might. Whenever I said do phones, the very first thing that popped up, you know how to finish your sentences? Do phones cause cancer was the 13. Was the first one that popped up. Yep.
Well, I can see where they would block do phones cause divorce because they still want you to buy phones.
Oh, you gotta make money on that.
Yeah.
Everything is just saying it can definitely play a part. People are becoming jealous of their spouse's phone because their spouse's phone begins to get more attention than they do.
What did I say earlier in this podcast? You are in love with your phone.
Yes, you did. It's a real deal, true thing. People are falling in love with their phones, and spouses are getting jealous of the phone. So, I think we've learned anything today as we get out of here. Put your phone away.
Put it in a different room so you don't even have the thought to pick it up.
Go grab your spouse's phone. Take yours and their phone. Go put it in the closet, shut the door, and let that be it. And that's how you're going to spend your evenings. And I guarantee your marriage would improve if you did. If this is something you're struggling with, give this 30 days.
Ooh. A 30-day phoneless challenge?
30-day no phone challenge at home. Now, obviously, you can have the ringer on.
Nobody has home phones anymore.
Well, you can have the ringer on in the other room in case of emergencies or something like that. But a 30-day no phone challenge.
I don't think people will last 30 minutes, Powers.
No, they won't. No phone. No phone when you're on the couch with each other. No phones in the bed. I bet people can't do it.
Yeah.
There's your challenge, folks.
And if you have an issue, like, but I charged my phone beside my nightstand. Move the dang charger.
That's an easy fix.
It's my alarm. Move the dang charger, because if you get it from your bed to turn off the alarm that's across the room, guess what? You ain't gonna hit snooze.
Nope, you're gonna.
You might be on time for something.
You're gonna get up and you're gonna get going. So 30-day no phone challenge as we get out of here. Any final thoughts?
Nope.
None whatsoever. God, we love you. We are so thankful for what you are doing. Thankful that you have picked us to be a part of this. Just want to pray over anyone who hears this. Let your will be done with it. If people need to hear it, you'll get it to them, and we trust you to do that, whatever it looks like. And anyone who is struggling with their marriage, with just being able to get along or communicate, if they have this struggle with their device and their phone, God, this is an opportunity to be able to separate from those problems and spend more time with your spouse, more time cultivating your relationship and enriching the relationship with each other. So God, we're thankful for that. It is you who does all things. Just thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball.